What's up, guys? This is Rey-Jay back with another video. And in this one, I want to break down what's happening with the overall markets. Just know that I am not a financial planner, so take nothing I'm saying as financial advice. And also, if you guys can, please check out my Moomoo link. If you deposit $100, you're guaranteed 5 free stocks. If you deposit $2,000, you're guaranteed 30 in total. And the offer ends at the end of March. Anyways, as far as the market's going, I just want to mention that we're in a very, very critical place right now. We have a lot of option expirations as a reminder. So we have over 4 million of these puts expiring, and we have over 1.8 million calls expiring. The majority of positions are out of the money right now, and we basically have a 2.1 put to call ratio. So there's a lot of shorts expiring. As a result of that, we're seeing a lot of chop in the markets, which I think is going to hurt both sides. However, despite that, we are seeing some buyers who are defending SPYs. So we gapped down pretty hard. We dipped to about 558. But since then, we've been slowly getting bought back up, making higher lows. So slowly SPYs uptrending. Now, here's the thing. If SPY loses 560, look at 558. If 558 fails, we could be dipping to 555. That's going to be bearish if we end up losing that. If we hold above 560, I want to see us break above the 563 area specifically, actually, because that's where this like chop zone was. If we break the 563.14 area, that's going to be our 5 minutes 200 EMA. Then this could rocket to like 565, 568 and much higher levels. So break 563, that's more bullish. And if we lose 560, we're looking for 558. If that fails us, we're more bearish. As of right now, we're getting bought up a little bit more. There's obviously quite a bit of chop today with all the option expirations, but there is potential for upside if we continue to make higher lows like this. You guys can see we're trying to see a nice rebound. So keep that in mind. That's what we're doing, at least thus far. When you look at the 4-hour time frame, I just want to say that on the 4-hour, we're seeing a wick forming right here, which is a decent sign. But I want to see more of a push to really get there. And on the daily, what's good about the daily is we actually have a big gap to fill. So there's a chance we do see some kind of rebound either like today or by next week to fill that gap, which could take SPY back up to at least 563 plus. So keep in mind, we do have a daily gap to fill, but we'll see just to be safe if we end up getting back up there. On the QQQ, we're looking decent. What's good about the QQQ is it's showing more strength than SPY because we're seeing tech trying to bounce. One thing about the QQQ is we dumped all the way down to 474. Okay, the Nasdaq was showing weakness in the morning, but now we're at 476. So we did see some buyers who are trying to defend to some extent. If 474 fails us, we're going to be dumping to 471 to fill the gap. As long as we hold 474, we're trying a rebound move. So we're watching to see if we could hold above that to try to push towards 478. Breakdown, we're going to turn a little bit more bullish. So just keep that in mind. We're also making higher lows, which is a good sign. So we could be trying to get back above 478. So far, I think we're doing a good job. Looking at the daily chart, there is potential in this. If we could get back above 478, that's going to be a good sign. So watch 476 and 478. I'd like to see us hold above those to try to continue. This is showing more strength than SPY, but like I said before, we'll just have to see how well we end up holding up. If we lose 474, there's going to be a dump coming, and just keep in mind that we're technically just range bound. As of right now, we're very choppy. So we'll see how well we hold up, at least for the time being, especially as time progresses for the markets. Keep in mind, there's lots of these option expirations. So that's why the market is seeing quite a bit of chop. On the IWM and Russell 2000, we're also in the middle. This gap down right here, if you look at the daily, we do have a gap to fill above, but we're still kind of stuck here. If we're bearish, you want to see us essentially lose this 202 area. If that fails us, we could be dipping to the low 200s. If we're bullish, you want to get back above 205. If that breaks, we could be looking for 208 as our target. We are in the middle, at least as of right now. I want to see us reclaim 205 to see some kind of balance move. Otherwise, we're still technically range bound. On ES, the good news for ES is 5650 held as support. The bad news is we haven't been able to reclaim 5712. I want to see us reclaim 5712 at the least to see some kind of bounce. There's an inverse head and shoulders like pattern, but we'll see if this ends up playing out or not. We're going to be very patient with this. We're barely holding support, so we'll see if we can get back above 5712. So we're still choppy. So the market's in the middle. So we're stuck between supply and demand as of right now. On NQ, NQ basically has this 19,600 areas or support. I want to see us reclaim 19,850. We're stuck in between these levels for now. What's good is we're holding support. What isn't so good is the fact that we're still below about the 20,000 mark. I want to see us reclaim that to really bounce. Otherwise, we're just range bound, just like how we are for the QQQ and SPY. So kind of stuck for now. Bitcoin, if we lose 82,500, we're looking for a dip. If we break back above around 85,000, it's going to be looking a lot better. We're showing some weakness, especially because of the fact that we're not holding above 84,000. So for now, there could be a dip. So be careful with Bitcoin. For Nvidia, this dipped to 115, but now there are buyers who are trying to hold it there. That's what we were talking about in my morning video. We need to reclaim 117.8 to really bounce bigger. And if we lose 115, we could be dumping even more. So we'll see which way we end up going. So just keep that in mind. For Tesla, we're technically just like range bound right here, going back and forth. We'll have to see if we could break back above 242 and hold it. If we hold that, we're looking for an attempt for 250. So I think we could be filling the imbalance above. We could be looking for a breakout of 242 holds. If we don't hold it, we're looking for 237 as support, then eventually 233. So yes, there is some upside potential, but we'll see if we break resistance or not. For Apple, we have a double bottom forming. I want to see us break past 214. If that breaks, we're looking for an attempt to get up to 218. If we end up losing 210, we're looking for a dip move, so we'll give this some time. For Coinbase, we're trying to hold support right here. We want to see if this can try to rebound and get back above 187. If that's the case, we're looking for essentially the 192s. If we end up losing 183, we're looking for a dip back down to about 180, so it could go either way, but it's a little bit weak. Amazon, if we lose 191, we're bearish. If we break past 198, we're bullish. We're in the middle. We're just going back and forth between supply and demand. It's not really doing much until we break one of those levels. Meta needs to get back above 609. I could see it try to hold above 593. It's going to be a big test there. If 593 breaks, we're looking for 600. If we end up losing 580 when we're bearish, we're in the middle right here. We're trying to get back above 593, so we'll see if that holds. For Microsoft, we have 386 and 388 as resistances. If we get back above 388, we're more bullish. If we lose 380, we're more bearish. We're kind of stuck in the middle right now. And then we have Google. Google has 165 as resistance and 168. If we lose 161, we're turning back down. We're in the middle as well, not really doing much. So the market's kind of stuck. The VIX is also stuck. If it breaks 21.78, it's more bullish. If it loses 19.62, it's going to be more bearish. We're in the middle, which is what's causing like a lot of chop. So the market's still quite choppy, not really doing a lot with all the option expirations. We'll see if SPY could hold these levels and try to get some kind of bounce move or not. Keep in mind, there's lots of options expiring. So the market makers seem to be trying to chop the market around a lot, which is kind of hurting those options, which is why we want to be very careful. So that's my warning for everyone. Just be careful with all this chop that's going on for the time being, and we'll be watching our levels very, very closely. Anyways, that is it for my video. I thank you all so much for listening. Have a good one, and peace out.